What up, guys? Welcome to the Running the Ropes podcast, episode 13, lucky number 13. I am your host, Kalo, as always, here to give you the lowdown on all things wrestling, and I'm here joined by my co-host.
What up, guys? It's your boy, DJ AIM, and we're back from vacation.
We're back from the dead. The summer of 2018 was a good one, but it was quick.
Yeah.
It went by fast.
Really? It felt long for me.
No, it just went by fast. It was like I got hit in the face with black mass. I just blacked out for the rest of the summer.
Well, I was on that Percocet, Molly Percocet, and the summer of 2018 also put me in my feelings.
In your feelings. Shout out to Drizzy Drake for that. But you know what? We're not here to talk about Drake. We're here to talk to you guys about... No, surprisingly. We'll save that for the other podcast. Okay. But we're here today to talk to you about wrestling and the grandest show of the summer, the biggest party of them all, which is Summerslam. But we're going to get into NXT TAKEOVER Brooklyn, and we got a good card lined up for you.
And, you know, the past couple takeovers, Brooklyn's has been better than SummerSlam itself. So I'm not going to be surprised if TakeOver this year takes it over, even though the main event just got changed from a triple threat to a singles last man standing match. And these two guys had a great match in the past. We're going to find out if they're going to win it later on today.
Yeah, so we're going to get into the first match on the card, which is the top 1% EC3 versus the Velveteen Dream.
Ooh, you know I'm a big fan of EC3, and I told you last time I'm recently getting Velveteen Dream. I'm getting behind his character.
I've been on the hype train since the start, boy.
You have. And to me, he reminds me of another Goldust, which I didn't like. But I am a top 1%er. I have to go with my boy EC3.
That is a good choice because EC3 is probably going on to face Adam Cole.
Baby.
Baby for the North American title. But again, he's going against Ricochet later in the night. Do I see EC3 picking up the win tonight? Probably. That's like a safe bet. Yeah. Because EC3, I think they're building up to be the next NXT title challenger, probably.
Do you think the Dream's going to get called up after SummerSlam then, after this match?
See, that is a good possibility. I think EC3 is more ready for that jump, just for the fact I can see Velveteen Dream working in NXT longer, maybe holding a title for a little bit, get a little bit of that Dream magic in.
Look at Bobby Roode. People thought he was ready, and he only has one title.
Yeah, you can attest that to the main roster booking of talent. But yeah, I think we're both on the EC3 train for this match, and we're going to be moving on to the NXT Women's title match, which is the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, your current NXT Women's Champion, versus the Pirate Princess Kairi Sane, a rematch of the Mae Young Classic.
I think Kairi Sane is winning this one. Shayna Baszler is going to lose, even though she hasn't lost in her title matches yet. Is she undefeated?
She is undefeated. She had a feud with Dakota Kai for a little bit on NXT. I've been a little off with NXT recently. I don't know why I've been watching more of 205 Live, but we're not here to talk about that. Kairi Sane is an interesting prospect for the winner of this match, and you know I just see the Queen of Spades retaining her title here at Brooklyn. I think she needs to build a more dominant reign, and I think that if you take the title off Baszler, I think you're kind of asking for a call-up because I don't think she's ready for that. I want her to go on a dominant reign and have someone come up, maybe like who just got injured in the Mae Young Classic, Tegan Knox, who I thought was going to be the winner of that. Maybe she can come up for the title match. I don't know. I think that there needs to be more build to Shayna Baszler to build her as a credible threat.
Because she won the title, back at the TakeOver at the Royal Rumble? Or was that Mania?
No, she won it at Mania Weekend.
Oh, then I'm going with Baszler. For some reason, I thought she won it.
No, this has been a short reign for her now. But we're gonna build up for that.
You're right. So I'm changing my prediction.
So we're both on the Shayna Baszler hype train. So the next match on the card is the NXT Tag Team Title match, which involves the Undisputed Era, who are the current Tag Team Champions, versus Mustache Mountain.
I've been watching their matches. There have been great tag team matches on NXT, and I think with American Alpha and the Revival, DIY and the Revival, Mustache Mountain and the Undisputed Era, I think this has been the best tag team matches so far on NXT, even though we had great tag team matches before. That said, I don't think Undisputed Era is going to get called up yet, because if they're going to get called up, all four of them, there's 4 of them, 4 of them, of them going to get called up, and Bobby Fish is still injured still injured. Yeah, so I think the Undisputed Era is going to beat and retain their NXT Tag Team Champions. Baby.
I can kind of go on that same train, too, because Mustache Mountain, I feel, won the tag team titles a few months ago.
Too early, mind you.
Well, yeah, but I think that was to build up NXT UK. They wanted to attach a championship to that show. I love Tyler Bate. I love Trent Seven. Those guys, UK wrestling. I'm so excited for NXT UK. But I think the Undisputed Era are going to retain their titles tonight. So the next match on the card, we got the NXT North American title on the line with your current champion, Adam Cole.
Baby.
Versus the one and only Ricochet. This has potential compared to the next main event. This could be match of the night with these two. I think the guys are going to create some magic. I think we're going to see some high-flying spots.
Is Undisputed Era getting called up? Confirmed? Because you have 3 great people going for titles. Undisputed. I don't know for this one, because I'm a big fan of Ricochet, but I know Adam Cole.
Baby.
Longer, because I've been following his career. I gotta go with Adam Cole.
You're going Adam Cole. I mean, I don't know why. Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna go Ricochet.
Yeah.
Because I felt like he should have been the one to win out of the ladder match.
We both agree on that. We said that we thought he was going to win it.
Yeah, whenever they came out for the North American Championship. But something about Ricochet in this match right now, it's just, I think...
It's his moment?
I think it's his moment. I think it's his time. Because honestly, spoiler, I don't think there's going to be a title change in the main event.
You don't think so?
I don't think Ciampa's losing that, but I'll save my thoughts for that later. Actually, let's just move on to that match.
And one of the greatest main events of NXT TakeOver. I think it's going to be better than Sasha and Bayley at their Iron Woman match.
Iron Woman match. That was at Brooklyn, too.
Yeah, I think this is going to top that, because it's the last man standing.
Last man standing, which includes the NXT title match, which involves Tommaso Ciampa, who is your current NXT champion, versus Johnny Gargano. But this was originally slated to be a triple threat match involving the former champion, Aleister Black.
See, I was confused when I heard that breaking news when Johnny Gargano cost Aleister Black. Well, I thought Johnny Gargano was turning heel. Like, I'm still confused. Yeah. Why did he cost? Do you know the reason? I know you've been off.
So the story goes, Johnny Gargano is still kind of incensed with getting back at Ciampa for whatever reason. I thought that whole feud was over.
Yeah.
Apparently it's not. They got to milk it out for, I guess this is going to be the last Ciampa-Gargano match.
Yeah.
They wanted to add Aleister Black to the mix to make it new and fresh. Yeah. They didn't want to just see the two going at it. But from what I also hear, there's also, take this with a huge grain of salt, they might add someone else to this match. Like Keith Lee is another option that they might add, which is the newcomer here to NXT. I forgot the other name that they might want to add.
Lars Sullivan?
Maybe Lars Sullivan if he's healthy, because apparently they wanted to build that broken jaw up as like, oh, Aleister Black is the one to take down Lars Sullivan. But as of right now, it's just Gargano and Ciampa. I see Ciampa coming out as your NXT champion.
I see Ciampa going back to Aleister Black, taking out Lars Sullivan. Aleister Black was found in the parking lot a couple of weeks ago, knocked out. That could be Lars Sullivan.
Actually, in the video, if you look, it's Ciampa walking away with his title.
God damn it.
Yeah, see, you got to pay attention, man. I don't watch NXT as much as I used to, but I keep an eye out for these things. And Aleister Black is injured.
Yeah,
he's definitely injured. So he's not going to be in this match at all. There has been... the person that everyone's saying that's going to be at NXT TakeOver, probably in the stands, or maybe involved in this match, Matt Riddle from from the independent circuit. Apparently, he's going to be the next big signing in the crowd.
But doesn't he? Because I know that he's a freestyle. He likes the marijuana, and WWE has a wellness policy behind that.
Shout out to Rob Van Dam
and Randy.
And Randy, good old Randall Keith Orton.
Let me just put my pants and my dick in it.
Oh, that's another thing for Randy. Another big problem for Randy. But that about does it for the NXT TakeOver predictions. Now, let's get our call up to the main roster, and let's talk about SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer. And this is going to be a big show.
It is going to be the longest SummerSlam.
The longest SummerSlam. They want to probably keep it around Mania length.
Because you know why?
Why?
It's best of both worlds.
The best of both worlds. You really get everything in this title card, in this whole card here.
Just for $9.99, and it's free for new subscribers.
Yeah, oh gosh. Hashtag not sponsored. Not sponsored. I mean, it'd be nice to get a free subscription, but you know what? We're just going to hop right into this card, and we're going to start off with a match that I thought it was over. But it involves Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin, the Constable of Monday Night Raw.
And this feud is somehow still continuing, like you said, with even a one-on-one. The rubber match will officially go down at SummerSlam. Hopefully, Balor can take it, move on to bigger, better things. That's who I'm going with.
Yeah, I honestly think Finn Balor's coming out as the winner. Baron Corbin, and you know I'm a Baron Corbin guy. As of late, I've really liked his character work as the Constable on Monday Night Raw.
He reminds me of Corporate Kane.
But I feel like he is the version of Corporate Kane that should have been. You know what I mean? I feel like this should have been Corporate Kane.
See, I feel like because they're doing a lot of short jokes, I'm thinking they're just using everything they could have done with Big Cass before you got to release. You're like, we have all this promo work written down. Yeah. We have to use it with somebody, and they picked Baron.
Constable Cass.
Yeah.
What could have been?
No. So the next match is Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega. Finally some action for Zelina Vega versus the Rusev and Lana Day. This is one has been building over the last couple of weeks on SmackDown with Almas and Vega getting clean wins over their competitors. Do you think Rusev... I think they're just pushing, killing his momentum. Like they put him with AJ and then they put him with Andrade, because you can't have Andrade lose, and you can't, and people don't want Rusev to lose.
Yeah, apparently the rumor has it backstage people were really impressed with Andrade Cien Almas
in his first match.
First match with AJ, and then who do you go up against the second time?
He went with the first time technically was with Sin Cara.
Yeah.
And then it was AJ, and then it was Rusev. Yeah, so this is getting obviously the couples involved in SmackDown. Again, I see Andrade Cien Almas coming out with the win. Maybe again to Aiden English is getting involved. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, in this world of SmackDown. And we're moving on to the next match, which is Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. And Alexander has been very unstoppable as the top man of 205 Live, and he has the next challenge comes forth from a submission special to Drew Gulak. I'm a big fan of Drew Gulak. Since 205 Live has been rebooted under Triple H's, and you said you've been watching way more 205 since then, Gulak's character has transformed and has been incredible to watch, and this should be a solid title bout in Brooklyn. Hopefully he's not on the kickoff show. It probably is. I want Gulak. I know he's not going to win, but I'm going with Gulak.
Yeah, see, the way I kind of build 205 Live, if Cedric Alexander retains, you got a guy in Buddy Murphy who can go after the title, and then the man of the hour, Lio Rush, who is now on 205 Live, who's been killing it as of late. I can see him going after the title too. So you got more heel people, but then again, you also got some face people like Mustafa Ali that can go for the title.
Your boy Mustafa, you wanted him to win it at Mania.
I wanted him to win it at Mania. But in this case, you know what? I'm going to go Drew Gulak as your new WWE Cruiserweight Champion.
So the next match is, what do you want? You want a tag team match or do you want a women's match?
You know what? I think I'm going to go the tag team match because I got a lot to say about this one.
All right. We got the Raw Tag Team Championship match. The B Team, which is the best team, versus the Leader of World versus the Revival. The business picked up between the Leaders and the B Team on Raw when the Revival got involved. Now there's a match set for Raw on Monday night. On Monday, somehow, it seems like this will end up being a triple threat when it all is said and done. I think it's going to be the B Team.
Do you think the B Team's walking out of SummerSlam as your Raw Tag Team Champions? Yes. There's 100% yes there from you. See, this match is interesting. You have the B Team, who could obviously retain. Yeah. The Leader of Worlds, I don't see them coming back for the titles.
Have you seen Matt Hardy's cryptic tweet?
Yeah, his tweet about something about thanking all the fans throughout the different eras. And also there's been problems with his back and pelvis fusing, that's insane. Shows you how much they sacrifice to be a wrestler.
I want more.
Yeah, and There's also the Revival, who I'm a big fan of, and I feel like should have been tag team champs by now.
Well, they were getting a big push, but injury sidelined one of them, and then when one was ready, the other one got sidelined. So you can't control that in the business. Sidelines happen, injuries happen.
So here's my little what if. Imagine if the B team and the Deleter World are getting into it. They're just totally incensed with each other.
Yeah.
I can see the Revival slithering in and taking the win from both of them, pulling the carpet out from underneath them.
Maybe. Well, this match isn't confirmed. It's either it might show up tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
So who knows? But I think you make some great points though. If it is a triple threat tag team match,
you know what? If it is a triple threat, I'm going to go with the Revival.
Yeah.
But if it's just the Deleter Worlds versus the B team, I'm going to go...
B team versus the Revival, you're going to go with Revival?
I'm going to go with the B team.
All right, B team?
B team in a singles, one-on-one tag team match. And then if it's a triple threat involving all three, I'll go with Revival.
All right, so what's the next match, Kev?
So the next match on the card involves the Monster in the Bank, Braun Strowman, versus Kevin Owens. And if Kevin Owens wins this match, he takes the Money in the Bank off of Braun Strowman, and now he will be Mr. Money in the Bank. What? I don't understand what they're trying to do with Braun Strowman here. I mean, I guess they want him on the show, so that's how you get him on the show. But are you really going to take the Money in the Bank briefcase off of Braun?
Well, what you do is, because Braun doesn't really need the Money in the Bank. He's not that person who comes, sees an opportunity and cash in. He takes what he wants. Yeah. So you could just destroy everything, being upset that he lost the Money in the Bank contract, and then demanding a match for the Universal title and winning in there. Because that's why the fans love him so much, because he's just a monster. He destroys everything. And that's why I'm going to go with Kevin Owens. Not just because in Hell in a Cell, it's supposed to be Roman versus Kevin, which could be Roman winning the Universal title, but it could also be Kevin. But like you said, it's subject to change, but I'm still going to go with my boy, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Braun Strowman in this one. I still think he's going to retain, he would retain the Money in the Bank briefcase. Just for the fact that later on the show, we're going to get Roman versus Brock. If you want to keep Roman strong, if you want to keep Brock Lesnar strong, the perfect way to do it is like they did at Mania with Seth Rollins. Yeah, if Brock loses, it'll go to Roman, but then Roman gets it taken away, and you kind of get fan service all over because you get the Roman fans happy that he won. Then you also get the fact that he beat Brock Lesnar, and then you get Braun Strowman cashing in, and he can do it on pretty much anyone in that match. And then if you throw in a Paul Heyman, like a heel turn, I guess you would call it.
For who? For Roman or for Braun? Because that'd be great.
Against Brock, but I feel like Braun Strowman can maybe be an instrument in this scenario.
You can make Braun the next Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman.
Could be. So but regardless, I'm gonna go Braun Strowman in this match, and that'll take us right into the next match, which is Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. And this match doesn't have any stipulations, right?
It does not, and you know what I'm thinking? That it looks like Balor might get an opportunity, but with Rollins getting yet another rematch against Ziggler after pinning him in the tag team match on Raw with Drew McIntyre in Ziggler's corner, Rollins has been outnumbered as of late. Will the sides even up at SummerSlam?
So this is where we were talking about this before we started recording, and there is a lot of possibilities in this match. And by that I mean, of course, Dolph Ziggler is going to have Drew McIntyre in his corner. That's a given. But Seth Rollins has two former tag team partners waiting in the wings to return. One being Dean Ambrose and one being Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
Now, out of the two, if I gun to my head and say who's coming back, I would pick Dean Ambrose. Only for the fact is, Jason Jordan, if they want to clean the slate with him, bring him back the way they should have, they can put him together with Chad Gable and bring back American Alpha like the fans have been asking for. Maybe you involve him in the Seth Rollins storyline because, again, if you're making tag teams, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Jason Jordan, and Chad Gable, maybe that'll be a match heading forward. But I feel like somebody from Seth Rollins' past is definitely coming back in this match.
Yeah.
They're going to even the odds. I think it's Dean Ambrose. Maybe after the match, especially if they want to bring him back as heel, Seth Rollins is celebrating. Boom, dirty deeds. You got an Ambrose heel turn on you.
So, which a lot of people love.
Yeah. And again, maybe Dolph Ziggler retains. I just don't know. This one's 50-50, But I'm going to go with Seth Rollins.
You're going with Seth, but I'm going to go with the man who's going to steal the show, Mr. Show-Off Dolph Ziggler, with the same reasons as you. But the thing is, it's going to be Seth going for the pin. Dean is distracting the ref on purpose. And Seth, Ziggler comes back with the zigzag. 1, 2, 3. Dean picks him up. Dirty deeds.
Yep. So there goes that match.
So the next match, we have the United States Championship match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. This match was announced on Twitter after the weeks of Nakamura terrorizing Hardy. However, another man who has been terrorizing Hardy even more as far as late is Randy Orton, who came back at Extreme Rules. So you have to wonder whether this about to become a triple threat sooner rather than later. So I don't think it's going to be a triple threat.
I do not think it's going to be a triple threat either, just for the fact we've received news this morning that Randy Orton is being investigated for not sexual assault, but sexual misconduct, harassment. So I don't really know how they're going to handle Randy Orton. But as of right now, SummerSlam, I still see Nakamura going against Jeff Hardy one-on-one. Nakamura's heel turn has been going well as of late. Jeff Hardy being the fan favorite Jeff Hardy, it's perfectly fine. I think they want to build. They've been building more Randy versus Hardy on the side,
which is also announced for Hell in a Cell. Card subject to change, but also they haven't really done anything with Nakamura and Hardy themselves. Yeah,
just for the fact, oh, you're the champion, you're the guy who took away my belt, I'm going to come after you. So Nakamura is definitely going to go on to maybe fight against maybe Daniel Bryan, maybe The Miz. You know, there's obviously people waiting in the wings to take this opportunity. But in this match, I see Shinsuke Nakamura retaining his United States Championship.
What's the next match, buddy? I have the same thing, Shinsuke Nakamura, by the way.
Shinsuke knocks. So the next match on the card is the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match between the Bludgeon Brothers and the New Day.
I don't care about this tag team match.
It feels like the Uso New Day feud where you just, all right, you seen the New Day. I want a new team to come in.
It should have been Sanity. I wanted Sanity to face the
It should have been Sanity just for the fact that you want to bring in these young talents from NXT, but you're not going to use them on the big stage.
And you make them lose at a tournament on the first tag team match in a big match.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, they killed it in NXT takeovers. I mean, there's War Games you can go check out, which is amazing.
Aleister Black versus Eric Young. Everyone could carry himself really well.
Yeah, and you know what? I guess they want to hold it off maybe for another few months, because if the Bludgeon Brothers retain here, because I don't see the New Day winning the tag team titles, so maybe they're building Sanity versus the Bludgeon Brothers down the line. Maybe at Night of Champions, who knows? But here I got the Bludgeon Brothers retaining their tag team championships.
So do I. The next match, we have a SmackDown Women's Championship match. We got Carmella versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship. WWE did it in an adorable job building up a winning streak that made Lynch whole again after so long being second and third fiddle of the Blue Brand after defeating Carmella. Lynch earned herself a title opportunity and should be able to cash in. And now that James Ellsworth is fired and unable to interfere, now Flair has been added to the match after beating Carmella a couple of weeks ago on Friday Night SmackDown after beating her clean as well. So somewhat upset, Lynch has the odds as it seems, and I think we're going to have a Lynch heel turn. You think there's going to be a Lynch heel turn? Again, I can see this happening. I think I know how this is going to play out. Remember, they're not like Bayley and Sasha, which they pointed out a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown, which I thought was funny. Yeah, which is that was pretty funny. I can see Carmella being put in the figure eight. Charlotte is near a victory, and then Becky Lynch gets up, breaks up the submission, and then Becky's gonna be like, "Why are you doing this? You're taking my moment." But them two have a heated moment, just like Batista and Rey Mysterio in that Fatal 4-Way. Exactly, and I could see this is where Carmella retains. Really, through nefarious means of best friends fighting, get distracted. Boom, Carmella. This is a classic Carmella move because she doesn't have James Ellsworth. Yeah, and then again, if Asuka is waiting in the wings to get involved in this match, you never really know, because Asuka has been rumored to be added to this match, make it a Fatal 4-Way. Really? So, again, take it with a grain of salt with Asuka, but right now I see Carmella retaining her SmackDown Live Women's Championship because of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair fighting on the side. I'm going to go with Becky. You're going with Becky. I'm going with Becky. Again, great pick because Becky Lynch is obviously a fan favorite, a very good worker, and honestly, she gives a good promo. Yeah. So, there is that.
So the next match on the card, we're still going through this. We're going to move on to the Raw Women's Championship side of things, which involves Alexa Bliss versus Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Who do you got?
This has been a payoff for the months-long feud beginning with Bliss cashing in her Money in the Bank briefly back in June during Ronda's match against Nia Jax. This may be a massive moment for Rousey in the WWE Women's Division. You can't have Rousey lose to somebody like Bliss. You can't.
Yeah.
And, Bliss, I love Bliss. And there's moments when I should have picked Bliss, but I didn't. I got to go with Ronda.
You got to go with Ronda?
Got to go with Ronda.
Oof. See, this one confuses me. Because, one, you got Alexa Bliss, who could definitely cheat some way, somehow.
Yeah.
Rousey, I don't see her. You can't have her lose.
No, you can't.
She already kind of lost at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And I don't know where Nia Jax is, so I can't
Nia
really tell.
Jax is injured. So.
Yeah, Nia Jax is hurt. Natalya.
Yeah, with today being Monday, August 13th, Jim Neidhart passing away earlier today and this morning. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. But maybe Natalya gets involved.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
I don't pass WWE pushing somebody like when the website passes away. So maybe somehow.
I just see Ronda Rousey's crowning moment for take it with either championship. Again, SummerSlam is a grand stage. I'm using air quotes. But, again, it's not as big as Mania.
No, you're right.
You feel like if you build up Rousey the way you have been, you want her crowning moment to happen at something huge, gigantic. You want more eyes on it. SummerSlam is a close second to WrestleMania. So, again, that could definitely happen. So, you know what? I'm going to go Rousey, too.
All right. This next match, when it's been a year and a half in the making, this has been coming no surprise to see this year-long feud heated up in a major way on the path of SummerSlam. Is now official, and the go-home show for this week should be fantastic on Tuesday Night SmackDown. Don't miss it. It's your boy, Daniel Bryan, versus his former pro on NXT, The Miz. And this, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. I want this match to be the main event. It's not going to be the main event. I wanted this match at Mania. It would have been way better. They did the same with Cena and Rock. They could have done a year-long feud. But, how long can you keep Daniel, who hates The Miz, so far from The Miz? So, I don't like it. It's logic said Daniel Bryan's going to win this.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan's contract is also ending up, and he hasn't re-signed yet. The Miz is on a roll. I don't know. I'm gonna go flip a coin. Give me a second.
So while you flip a coin, I'm gonna give my reasoning for this match. Daniel Bryan came back recently before Mania. Yeah. If he came back around this time, I can see holding the Miz match for Mania because you can have the whole chase. People wouldn't get so tired.
Yeah.
But now people are just like, just give me the match. I just want to see the match.
I just want Daniel to punch Miz in the face.
Yeah, you can't have that long of a build-up like you did with Cena Rock from Mania to Mania. But, here, like you said, logic would dictate. I see Daniel Bryan winning this match.
Yeah.
And, maybe the heel gets the upper hand and beats him. But I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan.
Oh.
D. Bryan.
All right, you know what? I've been riding the Miz's coattails. I'm a big fan of The Miz. I'm going to go with The Miz.
You're going to go with The Miz?
I'm going to go with The Miz.
It's a good pick because, again, you can... But, see, like, my thing is, I don't want this to be like AJ Styles Nakamura feud where it's like, we got the dream match at Mania, then we got it at the Greatest Royal Rumble, then you get it at here, and you get it there. So, like, I'd rather it just be 1-2 matches, maybe going into Extreme Rules, maybe another match. But, I'm going to go Daniel Bryan. You're going to go The Miz.
Well, I think if Daniel Bryan signs Royal Rumble, Miz costs Daniel Bryan to his shot, and then have the final blow-off at Mania for a title.
Perfect build would have been Miz winning Money in the Bank.
Oh, my.
Cashing in, title.
Yeah, beating AJ, and then have the feud at Extreme Rules, have a rematch. Another rematch on a SmackDown and a SummerSlam, Daniel Bryan, which a lot of people thought, have AJ and Daniel.
Yeah.
And then Miz cashing in.
Exactly.
So, another match. This is the other two matches, besides the Raw's main event, I'm not too excited for. besides Miz. I think Miz and Daniel should be the last match. Like I said, it is the WWE Championship, AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. This match fans have been waiting for officially, with Styles and Joe when they both signed to the company. 2 former TNA stars, 2 former TNA World Heavyweight Champions, going head and head for the WWE title, one for the company's greatest stage of the year. This should be fantastic. I think AJ's going to take the title.
You think AJ is going to retain?
I think AJ is going to retain.
AJ retaining wouldn't be a bad idea. Samoa Joe, as of late, has been killing it.
With his promos and everything?
With his promos, and this is even dating back to the Roman Reigns feud, which that's where it pretty much started, his return. AJ Styles as champion has been great. There hasn't been a flaw. I mean, he's been putting on great matches. Aside from the kind of lackluster Shinsuke Nakamura feud, which, it's just ball shot after ball shot, whatever. But, you know what? I want to be risky. I want Samoa Joe as the new WWE champion. And you know what? The only reason why I'm saying that is later in the night, which this is the final match, you're probably going to have a face as your champion. A little spoiler for the next match on the card, which, you know what? Let's just get right into it.
You want to say it?
Yeah, the final match, which is probably going to be your main event, is the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar, who is the current Raw Universal Champion, versus the big dog Roman Reigns.
This is the 4th encounter.
4th encounter. I'm pretty sure Brock Lesnar's still in double digits, low double digits for title defenses. And most of them have been against Roman.
So we're going to the Lesnar will defend his title for the first time since April of 2017.
Crazy.
Against Reigns, who beat Bobby Lashley just a couple weeks ago after losing to Lashley at Extreme Rules. I thought it was going to be Bobby versus Brock. With Lesnar looking towards competing in the UFC, it will be interesting to see whether he drops the championship at this event or perhaps the next night on Raw after saying no one is better than me. Mm-hmm. There's no competitors. And if you saw the exclusive Raw interview with Paul Heyman, which was only on the WWE YouTube page, Paul was saying that Roman can't beat this Brock Lesnar unless.
And
he didn't say unless, he said and walked away. And Renee assuming unless what? Unless what? There's so many expectations going on. I called the Mania match when I said Brock. This time, I don't know if it's going to happen. You can have a cash-in. You can have a Paul turning on Brock. Because Brock already turned on Paul. I'm going to go with the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, but then a cash-in.
You're going to go with the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
And then a cash-in.
And that works because Brock Lesnar would lose the title in that situation. Keep Brock Lesnar strong, but then again, all this talk, all this build-up, all this forcing Roman on the crowd, don't you think you'd want to give him the crowning moment?
Well, you can have it like this then. You can have later on when Brock leaves, you can have Roman has beaten everyone but one person. He couldn't beat Brock Lesnar.
You can treat it like Ember Moon and Asuka, where she won the title, but that's only because Asuka wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Roman Reigns in this one, but then I'm probably going to do a cash-in a la Kevin Owens or Braun Strowman. So you more likely Braun.
You have, I think you better, logic dictates you can have Kevin Owens cashing in.
Yeah.
And then I have Braun, because Braun, he even said he's going for Brock when he won the cash-in.
Yeah.
But you can have Braun turn heel.
Yeah, I'm going to go Braun for the cash-in either way.
I'm going with Braun with cash-in for mine as well.
So, yeah, I got Roman Reigns, you got Brock Lesnar, and that about does it here for the Road Ropes podcast. We went through NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. We went through SummerSlam. We gave you our predictions, and guess what? We are back now. We are fully back after our long summer hiatus. It's good to be back in the booth recording these podcasts for all of you guys out there. Let us know if there's anything you guys want to hear or want us to talk about, whether that be New Japan or whether it is the All-In pay-per-view coming up in September. You never really know.
Are you going to be all in?
I'm going to be all in.
That's all I could wish for.
We'll see you next time.